G'day viewers, this is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel. This is my latest project I've been working on. It is a narrow bandwidth television to oscilloscope converter circuit in which you input narrow bandwidth 32 line mechanical standard television signals to the circuit, signal source being my MP3 player, which I'm currently playing NBTV signal files. Input this circuit converts the signals to output to the XYZ inputs of the oscilloscope, which is supposed to display NBTV pictures on the oscilloscope. Unfortunately, it ain't working, but I'll get into that a little bit later. Anyways, yeah, I pretty much constructed this circuit from a schematic, which is on a electronics website, which is made by. This circuit was actually made by a British ham radio enthusiast and electronics designer by the name of John Lawrence of ham station GW3JGA. He, according to his website, he's been in the ham business since the early 50s, and he has designed a lot of great circuits over the years for CQTV magazine, which includes circuits for Vidicon cameras and various video amp circuits, and just to name a few. Anyways, he's pretty much an electronics genius. Anyway, yeah, in the early 2000s he developed this circuit, which is what I built my NBTV circuit from. So as seen here, with the use of a couple of chips, or actually a few chips, with the use of 4 op amps, 741 type op amps, and a couple of IC circuit chips, 4528 and a 4066 chip. He's converted 32 line NBTV standard to oscilloscope output for the X field scan, the Y line scan, and the Z video signal, which the Z component of the oscillator, the Z output component of the oscilloscope modulates the luminance level of the picture, which is modulated by the video signal level. Anyways, this is a circuit. On tops you got the chips, the 741 op amps and the 4528 and 4066. Underneath is the wiring, which is big jumble of spaghetti wiring, all I purposely tangled up to keep it all nice and snug, neat, so it's not all over the place. Here we've got the power, the plus and minus 5 volts source, which comes from the transformer I've got here, which has got which I'm using a center tapped 10 volt source. And of course here's my video source, my MP3 player, which I've got the NBTV files on there in MP3 formats. And I'm powering this all from a Variac over here. But anyways, as seen, this circuit is for some reason not working. All I seem to be getting is just what you can see here. I'm trying to work out what the problem may be. I'm supposed to actually be getting vertical scanned NBTV pictures. Anyways, if I take off the XY mode and I'll put in auto set, I am getting line scan. I'm getting a sawtooth for the line scan, but I'm not getting a sawtooth for the vertical scan, which is the X scan, which is the X input. I'm just getting fuzzy wuzzy noise. And I'm trying to work out why that's the case. Now I'm going to be connecting up to the earth point. I'm going to be using channel 3 to test the various points of the chips, just to show you what's going on. I'm just going to turn off the other channels, leaving channel 3. Now, so yeah, as seen here, at the line scan, we are getting a sawtooth waveform. Just hold on a minute. We was getting a sawtooth waveform. Don't know what's happened there. Oh, I'm going back on channel 1 again. What happened there? To channel 3, turn channel 1 off, and here we go. Yep, we're getting a sawtooth waveform. Kind of a noisy one, but still, nevertheless, it's there. But when we put it to the field scan, we're pretty much getting diddly squat. Just getting fuzz noise, which is, we're actually getting, matter of fact, we're actually getting, it's done it again. It's reverted back to channel 1. Turn channel 1 off, leave channel 3 on. But yeah, we're not getting anything. Not a hint of a sawtooth waveform. I'll just leave channel 1 on. Just get that out of the way. Now, I noticed that testing the 4528 chip at pin number 7, to pin number 6 of the 4066 chip, we should be getting a flyback pulse. Now I'll put it on here. I notice that this could be the problem. Channel 3 keeps going off, that's another problem. Yeah, this crow's playing up on me. Channel 3 seems to want to switch itself off all the time. What I might do is stick channel 3 into channel 1. Okay, so channel 1, yeah, we don't appear to be getting a flyback pulse. Unless, of course, it's meant to be like at a micro level. I don't know. But yeah, we don't appear to be getting the pulse which is shown in the schematic. We're just getting what looks to be just flashing line. Don't know, triggering it will show it up or anything. Nope. So yeah, that's one problem I've noticed. I've actually changed the chips and I'm pretty much getting the same result, which I'm not very happy with. Now checking the other one for the line pulse, we are actually getting a pulse. A rather messy one, but nevertheless it's there. Just doing auto set. Yeah, it doesn't quite look right. I'll have to make some adjustment. Well, it appears we're getting a pulse anyhow. Might just do some trigger adjustments, see if I can get it to show up better. But yeah, the pulse appears to be there, though it doesn't quite look the same as what we're getting on the diagram there. Yes, and another problem I'm seeing here is we've got a rather noisy sync pulse. Another issue I'm going to have to somehow fix up. Perhaps a bit of so yeah, we've now got a bit more of a cleaner sync pulse, which makes things a bit better. Testing the line scan pulse once again. So we're getting diddly. Bear with me for a sec. Anyways, yeah, well, the circuit's got some problems. I'm not going to go too much into testing this out and tweaking around with it in this video. Well, that's something I'm going to do in my own time. Hope to sometime get this working and displaying good NBTV pictures. I know one thing for sure, I've wired everything up correctly. I've double checked, triple checked, quadruple checked, and I've fixed up the few little bugs I made with the wiring. But it's all now pretty well wired up correctly. So yeah, the problem remains a mystery at the present moment. So hopefully in the next video I'll have this up and going. I'm gonna try and get in touch with John Lawrence of JW3JGA and see what he can pick out maybe wrong with this circuit. So yeah, hopefully I'll get this up and going in the next video. This is Troy from the Troy's Visual Arts channel signing out.